All right, let's start.
All right.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is March 13th. It is 11:40 a.m. Early episode today. Gotta get it in when you can, though.
We're
Gotta
fucking
squeeze it in.
grinders. Yeah, we're
Gotta
absolute
find the
grinders.
time.
Wake up early in the morning, get in for our 11:40 episode.
I don't find the time. I make the time.
Exactly. You're like father time.
Always asking myself what I'd do with an extra hour in my day.
That's why I love daylight savings time.
I know, me too. It's actually been awesome.
But the nights are shorter. Like the days are long, but then it's like you get it's like, oh, it's already 9 o'clock type of
Yeah, I
vibes.
will say, when I woke up at 6 this morning, the sun was still down, and I was pissed.
Did you?
Were you guys up at 6 today?
No, I was up at 5.
5, nice.
Because
nice.
Barstool Tate was in. I was like, fuck, I can't
Yeah,
get beat
gotta
by
get
Barstool Tate.
Gotta get it in.
Yeah. Fuck yes.
Great writing session at 6 this morning.
Oh my God.
Just
Well, that's
working
when your
out-
brain's the most active.
Just working out some kinks in the set.
When you're in that like space between wake and sleep, you're still in kind of this lucid dreaming state where
Exactly.
you can blog and fucking crank bit.
Oh, love cranking bit right in the morning. Crack of dawn.
Crack a dong, crack bit. It's incredible. That's when I come up with my best shit.
No, I woke up at 8:30, and it was early. Earlier than I'm used to. I slept a long time the last 2 days. Just catching up from that road. That road sleep.
It's the worst. I love getting home to my bed. I don't know what I like more, my bed or my Xbox.
We actually got a win on Warzone last night, so
Are those rare?
For SAS.
Yeah. They are rare.
How many people do you have to beat?
Like
100.
2?
Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't it didn't used to be this hard. The old Warzones were much easier to win in. We would win like every game. Not every game. We'd win every time we played. We'd get at least one win. And now it's like if you win, you have to be playing the best you've ever played because it's just so sweaty. Everyone is so good now and everyone cheats too.
How do they cheat?
They download because
They're autistic 16-year-olds.
there's that, and then which is already an unfair advantage, and then you got a lot of people who will play. It's cross-platform, so you're playing against a bunch of people who have PCs, and they download like wall hacks and aimbot and speed hacks.
Oh, so they can go through walls.
No, they can look through walls though,
Oh,
so they
X-ray
can see
vision.
where you are. Yes,
They have X-ray vision.
Why don't you just cheat then? There's no governing body.
I'm an honorable player.
Not really.
Yeah,
How?
I play by the rules
To what end, though?
to all of the ends.
But I'm saying, what is the purpose of you being honorable? What do you gain from that?
Getting a win feels way better when you fucking win and you earned it.
Okay, fair enough. I ran it by the boss. I'm about to turn my guest room into a fucking gaming setup, Francis. If you ever want to,
I'll come.
I have like
At
full
39 years old, you're gonna get into gaming.
full blue lights dangling from
That
the
would be
wall.
awesome.
Gamer chair, loft
It seems
setup.
that the ideal setup though for the streamers these days is just a big empty room
That's what I
with
got.
like maybe like a beanbag in the corner.
Oh, you're talking about Kai
Kai
Sinat's.
Sanat, Aiden Ross.
Aiden's isn't that big, but Kai's is cavernous.
Kai's
Where
is-
is that?
I don't know.
Have you
It
seen the
looks like a
fucking
warehouse
Batcave?
of some sorts?
But he's still in New York, though, right?
I don't know. Is Kai Cenat a streamer for children?
No,
There's been a lot of talk about if he's for kids or not, and
he's not for kids.
The more
What?
I see, the more I believe he might be for kids.
He is not for kids. He likes dancing, singing songs. That's not for kids. That is not for kids. don't
I
know.
still respect the fuck out of him, obviously.
He's a goat.
But is he not? That seems to be the thing. When I was growing up, Twitch streaming was strictly for gaming, and now it seems like it's more people just like doing like
Funny dances.
none of these guys even game. Like Kai Cenat's not a gamer, is he? He's too cool.
he must game a little bit
I don't think he does.
just to be cool, just to keep up appearances. He's the kind of guy that can do anything. You teach him a dance and he'll like know it within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
just crazy.
Gaz wanted to hire him 7 years ago.
I remember Brendan Clancy was on Kai Sinat as a
And
a
Dave
youth.
said he wasn't going to amount to anything,
Right.
and now look at him.
Exactly. Dave
Yeah.
had no idea. He
Hmm.
was shitting on I Show Speed. He showed him.
Dave wanted I Show Speed, and Gaz wanted Aiden Ross, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah. I mean, they were offering $100,000 to I Show Speed.
Dave wanted the Come Town guys, and Gaz wanted I Show Speed. That actually is like that probably did happen.
What did they wanted I Show Speed? It was probably like Travie was like, "Hey, I know these guys. They're these guys that are pretty dope," and and they just completely poo-pooed them. Jack Mack. I'm excited for this. I think Jack Mack's about to have a summer on him.
On who?
Jack Mack's about to have a summer.
Jack Mack's like the next big thing out of New York.
I know, but he thrives in the summertime.
He does?
Oh, big time.
Seems like definitely more of a winter guy to me.
No, you're wrong. He's gearing up for the summer.
What does he do in the summer?
I think that just the chlorophyll really brings the best out of him.
Yeah.
He's like a leafy plant. He needs the sunlight.
Chlorophyll.
And he blossoms.
I used to take chlorophyll pills.
The fuck?
Yeah, they help my tummy.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you a ficus tree?
They would help with like when I was bloated or indigestion.
Yeah?
Yeah, they tasted terrible. You know when you ever take a pill and you can taste the pill?
Mm-hmm.
Those ones would fall apart and there would be like this like green residue coming off of them and it just tasted like dirt.
Every time I take half a Xanax.
Oh yeah, because you get the little crumbles.
When you break it in half.
Yeah.
You
That's
have
Roan's
to...
That's Roan's specialty.
What?
That's what he thrives off of is those little crumbs of your Oxycontins.
Oh, of the Oxycontins. Not of the Xanax. I thought you were talking about Xanax.
No.
I don't need Xanax.
I was talking about something much worse.
No, we were talking about Xanax.
We were.
You didn't change the subject.
No, I did change the subject.
You said that's what he thrives off of.
The
Without
crumbs.
saying that we were now talking about.
Yeah, I know. And then I said Oxycontin.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Roan is an oxyhead. Pillhead.
I love that shit.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah, it's the best. It's the healthiest way.
Yeah.
I trust science.
The key to OxyContin is you just can't get hurt that often.
No.
Because the more you get hurt, the more pain you have, the more you're going to have to use it.
Yes. It's like you have to be judicious with your oxy use.
And your yes, exactly. Which means be careful out there in the world.
And how about Kate? Like, Kate's about to have Oxycontin in the breast milk.
Oh, yeah.
What?
She has,
like,
her spine is
broken in 17 different places.
How did that happen?
Birth.
That
She really hurt herself in childbirth?
Her spine, there was like a diagram of it, and they don't know if it was in childbirth. Her hypothesis is that she has osteoporosis from breastfeeding, that her calcium is at a deficiency because of her seed.
Wow.
But her entire spinal column is like a fucking Roadrunner cartoon.
Yeah,
like you touch it and it's like
it's actually really fucked up. It's broken in like 10 places.
Heavens.
But I was just so jealous of that fucking fat bottle of Oxycontin that she's going to get.
She's getting a 90-day prescription for sure.
She's going to be carrying it out like a fire hydrant, a big-ass bottle, just looking up to the sky.
Yesterday when I picked up my Zoloft and they didn't give me a bag, like a plastic bag to put it in, so I just had to carry it down the street, and I was cracking up at the idea of someone robbing me for my pills and then it turning out to be Zoloft.
Yeah.
That has to be like the worst one to rob.
I mean, not if they're... What if it cures them? They're off the street in 2 seconds.
True. It could turn their life around completely.
Francis and I saw an insane person on the street today. Just an absolute... We biked in together. Just a blabbering... Like, he was like...
Standing on the median.
Yeah, like as like traffic's going by him.
I love when they do that noise.
Yeah.
It's like that cannibal from wherever.
The opening
Easter Island
script of Dune, which again neither of you have seen.
No, I just downloaded the first Dune to watch on my flight today.
And they're like,
sounds like a didgeridoo.
It's like the sands of time. The one that comes.
What does it have, like closed captions?
It just shows you the translation as the opening thing. But that's the sound that they're making.
I love when they do that. They do that in like Star Wars, and I love that they're doing translations for a language that doesn't exist.
It's great.
Those are the craziest authors. Like the dude who wrote Lord of the Rings, and he just like created languages and like peoples and like their conflicts and like how to conjugate verbs in other languages. Yeah. That is a truly insane author.
Yeah.
I pray for them to get pussy.
Yeah, that's a different level of autism.
But me and Francis saw this crazy guy on the street today, And then right next to us was this guy who was riding. How'd you describe it, Francis?
He was riding the sort of bicycle that you would see in a barber shop that has brass finishings and offers you whiskey while you wait for your haircut.
Yeah.
A full double-decker bike. He was
I
like
have a video.
he was a head above everybody. And he's going like there's no mechanism where he could even brake the bike.
He
like,
can't stop
can't
because
stop.
if he did, he would fall so far.
Like
to
I
the
don't know.
ground.
He has to probably be like dropped onto the bike from a balcony.
There's Roan.
Damn, Rome, why do you look low as hell?
I'm fucking
In comparison to
Parchicano,
that
bro.
guy, yes.
I button up the top button and fucking.
That's got to make you wildly
ride.
insecure.
Why
right?
would he do that? Why would he do it?
the attention, that sweet attention. He's
Yeah.
probably fucking off of it.
He's definitely fucking off.
He's
of
the
it.
opposite of the guy who wrote Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
he can't
pulls
stop
up,
fucking.
Yeah, he pulls up to a fucking restaurant.
He
goes,
cannot-
"You ladies mind helping me down?"
But so we're fucking driving through the intersection, and this guy, this homeless fucking absolute
Freak.
psychopath,
Yeah, this homeless freak.
this freak, this
Yeah.
depraved freak who shouldn't even be alive, much less on the roads.
Yeah.
No, he was completely snatched from his psychosis when he saw the guy on,
Oh,
on the
hell yeah.
bike, and was like, he burst out laughing and was like, "Hey, get off your high horse!"
He's
Crack.
like, I need to do my taxes.
Yeah.
Just a
Crack.
moment of clarity, and then the guy went through and he was like,
Hey.
right back to it.
He just like shook off Sass's Zoloft bottle. Fuck, it was good to go.
That's hilarious.
But the guy was completely like, he was insane, and then saw a whimsical man on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Was brought to a better joke than Francis or I could come up with in the moment, and then just snapped back into his psychosis.
Get off your high horse is great.
It's damn good. I don't even know. I mean, I was kind of searching for something. Like,
Yeah.
how's the weather up there? Would have been like, that would have been bait. You know what I mean? Like, couldn't bring out your big bike today. You know what I mean? That kind of shit always works. But I needed something more. Didn't have anything. Left it alone. And then the honeycomb guy fucking beats me to the punch.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
I think how's the weather up there is pretty funny though.
Yeah. Then there was like 7 intersections later, we saw another crazy homeless person making similar screaming sounds. Well, just actually screaming sounds. And Roan turned to him and he goes, "There's a guy on a big bike who can sort you out.
I wanted to see if it was the cure-all.
Your cure is on its way."
Yeah, if all people are just snapped out of their psychosis by just the whimsy of a barbershop bicycle man.
What drug is it that makes you make noises like that? Crack?
It's lack of drugs.
Really?
Yeah, it's lack of prescription for mental illness that is probably, at least somewhat treatable, but these people don't have access to it.
It's the loudness in your mind just making it to your lips.
Yeah. And that is spurred on by crack probably.
Interesting.
Or like crocodile. Or
Meth.
like the interesting weird
I don't
shit.
think people are
Bath
really doing
salts.
crocodile in New York
Or
City.
trank then, maybe.
Trank.
Or no, trank will put you to sleep.
What the fuck is trank?
Trank's that weird shit that they're doing in Kensington.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if you were like, I tried croc back in the day. I was at a party and
No, I drew
Penn
the line at
State.
heroin.
Really?
I didn't do heroin when it was presented to me.
Oh, nice.
Or speed.
What
Or
is speed?
I think speed's meth.
Oh, I thought speed was coke.
No.
I thought it was just anything that made you fast.
It's
Like
like a
Adderall.
speed pill, though, but a speed is usually, I don't fucking know. Speedball, I don't fucking know.
I didn't know that people were just smoking fentanyl.
People are intentionally doing fentanyl.
Yeah.
People always like make it seem like, oh, you're being poisoned with fentanyl because they're sprinkling it into something that you don't want. People are out there seeking,
People out
looking
there are
for
looking for that shit.
I didn't know that until Euphoria when Rue said, I didn't know how good I could feel until I tried fentanyl.
Mm,
And then
that's
she
motivational.
loves it.
Yeah.
I always thought it was,
And
'cause
she's very slim.
You
She
hear about
probably helps.
police officers opening a bag of coke and like a speck of it gets into the air and they go into cardiac arrest.
That
I
shit
thought-
can't be true.
I think there was a lot of. I think that there was. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't really.
Say it anyway.
I'm definitely not the person to be like, I don't think fentanyl's as bad for you
He's
as
trying
people are
he's
making
trying
it
to
out to be.
downplay
Yeah,
fentanyl.
you're a Chinese plant.
Yeah.
You're
I don't
definitely
think that's
fucking
really my position to speak.
Sassa secretly cartel. It's not that bad. You
It's
gotta
not
try
that bad.
it.
You could hold like a whole bunch of it in your hand and feel nothing.
You do a little bit. It's nice.
Just need a spotter.
That's why you're dressed like that today. Button the top button. Let's see if you really look as.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm glad thank you, Roan. What this is great. I'm so.
Francis, I was with you when I bought all of these clothes. You must have just had your eyes closed.
Is that Orvis?
You
checking out.
said that you were you made fun of me for me saying that I was with you.
No way. Why would I make fun of you for that?
You took it away from me. The
No,
last
you were
time we
with
talked
me.
about it. Well, my point is, I didn't know you were buying all this stuff. I mean, this is great.
Well, this is a
is
fly
great.
fishing shirt. And I wanted to wear it because I'm going to go fishing tomorrow. So I want to just give a little preview of the fit.
It's great.
It's
You
gonna
got
be
a
a great-
button-down collared shirt on under your black coat that you love and some blue pants.
Yeah, the blue pants fit well, which is surprising because when I tried them on in at the hotel, they did not fit at all. So I must have dropped a couple LBs since then.
Definitely.
Yeah, you got some zhuzh in your hair. You got new sneaks.
You're
I got
like
a
and a
fucking-
haircut.
You're morphing into like an IT guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
You look like you read hard copies of newspapers.
hard copies.
I don't know why.
Fold
I
it
just
up.
you fold it up and maybe there's something in there that you're saving for later.
Yeah, maybe.
You get a
perhaps.
99-cent cup of coffee with the Greek cup and fucking
Yeah.
get a hard copy of the Post.
Sits on a park
love
bench.
the Post.
Dozes in and out.
Do they still print the Post?
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
So are they just putting in articles about like Barstool in the Post?
No, I don't know if those make that.
I bet they are. I would not be surprised. There's absolutely.
They're blogging about it. They write about everything.
I know.
So if you went and got the Post, the front headline would be like Kelly Keegs gets
Travi tried to
destroyed
hire
by-
iShow Speed.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
might just be in the digital version.
I'd assume it has to be.
I don't think that. Those
No,
are
bro,
making-
there is garbage in that beautiful
I know,
newspaper.
but that's so specific to the internet world that I don't know. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but like
I think the hard copy is for New Yorkers, probably.
we should do a newspaper week.
We got spotlight on Kelly Keegs and Barstool Radio's downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Our best guys are working on this.
I mean, I swear to God that it's like that because there is like the most random shit being written about for like 6 pages. It's like continued on page 36.
Yeah.
Isn't there? What's page 6? Is that like
Celebrity
titties?
gossip. I think it's the celebrity gossip.
Is there a titty page, or is there like a like?
I don't believe so in the New York Post.
There's not?
I don't think there's a
There's no titty page. That's not right.
There, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
when
about?
they used to, with the place where they would advertise.
Breasts. Oh, sex.
Yeah, sex workers.
Yes. Wait, those used to always be in like the free newspapers you could get at the
Yeah.
library. My bus would drop me off at the library. I'd go to the back and I'd be like, what does TS mean? Whatever, she has tits.
What is TS?
Transsexual.
Transsexual. Interesting.
Mm.
See, I've never need to know that
Why?
because I don't fuck transsexuals specifically.
I think that's all the more reason you would need to know it.
True. Maybe
So
I
you could
have and I just
say,
didn't know.
Skip that.
I was also 10
Option.
years old and opening a newspaper to like,
And you're
there was
trying
like pretty much nudity in those ads.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy. Good for them.
It was sweet.
Yeah. Good for the transsexuals.
What did they call that? It was the back pages, or
Probably.
you know.
I know Backpage used to be a website. And
Bob
that got
Dylan
shut
has a song
down.
called Backpage.
How's it go?
Backpages.
Or how does it feel?
Feels. Great question. It's rare that you come across a great question like that. Feels like home.
How does it feel?
I didn't mean to say that I'm anti-transsexual, by the way.
Oh, that's how it came
If
off.
It came off like
That's
that.
big time how it
I
came
just meant
off.
I've personally never fucked a trans person.
Leah Thomas is going to be crawling the side of the building
know.
to beat your
There's
ass.
going to be a picket line outside of our studio.
Yeah. She's going to be
And
pissed
they're gonna say,
off.
Fuck this trans pussy.
Hey, Saskatchewan, I saw that you in a more recent show listing that it said Harry Settle, aka Lil Sass. Has
Yeah.
your own transition begun?
Yeah, I've been doing that for a while, though.
At what point will you just leave out the Little Sass entirely?
Probably never.
No, soon.
Probably never.
No, soon he's going to.
I guess soon. Sounds like I'm going to do it soon.
See? You're
Ron
weak.
has spoken for me.
You're weak. You'll do what I say.
Well, what's lucky is that it's not as though your Lil Sass is such a different character from Harry Settle. In fact,
No.
do you know what I mean? It's not as
Yeah.
though you're speaking in an accent.
Yeah, I was actually talking about that with Michael Costa.
Mm.
'Cause I was talking about how I wanted to go by my real name, and he was like, well, do you do like a character? And I was like, no, not at all. And he was like, then just go by your real name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You certainly could.
That would suck.
Yeah.
You had to drop the black scent.
Yeah.
Like when
If I had like a wig on.
Giannis does Maurisa.
Yeah. Or Dr. Phil, Adam Ray.
Yeah, but explain that to me, because does he do Dr. Phil all the time?
No, he still does like normal stand up.
Is he really known for Dr. Phil?
I think he's blown up from. I mean, he was already big.
Yeah,
but he's blown up even more from the Dr. Phil thing. Like they're doing like I think they're doing.
He was like rapping on stage as Dr. Phil.
Yeah, it's very funny, and he's doing.
I thought
like,
the rap was mid.
He's doing like Kill Tony and stuff with it, but I think he's also doing just himself as well.
I see.
Something more important, or
yeah. No.
And Ron was right. We really could have used a guest today.
What? Why?
you're
just not in the
checked
mood.
out.
Me? I'm in a great mood.
You're not in the mood.
You're checked out. I mean, I think you got up too early. You spent all your energy at 8:30 a.m.
I
this
know. I
morning.
did get up early, and I went to bed late as hell too.
Wait, I was biking home the other day on Monday after our show, and normal biking speed in the bike lane going down 7th Ave, and a woman's walking her dog. But I have good spatial awareness.
Of course.
I'm not even going to be. I won't have to slow down. She won't have to slow down. I'll go ahead of her. I had a green light. Lena Dunham looking woman, like Lena Dunham archetype type of woman.
Yes.
Dog, way out ahead of her. Who's walking who? My question. Who's walking who? And I zoom ahead and through the intersection, and as I go into the intersection, she throws a bag of dog shit at me.
Damn.
She throws a bag of dog shit aiming for my tires, the spokes of my tires.
Wait,
Luckily, she has terrible aim, unathletic ass bitch, smacks into my thigh and hits the ground. This woman's goal was for it to go into the spokes of my bicycle and to rain shit on me. This she-devil woman.
That's a pretty like
Bitch!
Is that what you said?
Of course.
Dude,
that's deserved.
Every time I've rode a bike in the city, it's been just silent the entire. I've never had these crazy interactions that you.
I
guys
mean,
seem to be getting in.
I do it literally every single day, twice a day.
True.
So you've done it twice.
That's not true. When I first moved to New York, I would bike all the time.
Did I miss something? Why did she throw it at you? Was she mad or she just crazy?
Crazy.
No, I think that she was like.
And Rome probably did something to provoke it.
I 100%
He
did
was
nothing.
probably like sniffing lines of oxy while driving his bike, swerving all over the place.
Yeah, her version of the story.
Yeah.
I'm like swerving on a bicycle with like a long mirror in front of myself, no hands biking. But no, I think that she. I mean, maybe she thought that her dog, like I should have slowed down or stopped for her dog, but her dog it hadn't set foot in the intersection yet.
You should have ran her dog over.
I watched, I like saw her like for a while. She didn't break stride. She didn't look at me. She didn't answer the bitch. She just smugly fucking like kept on walking as if this was a regular occurrence for her. As if she's flinging shit at people all the time.
It's definitely not her first time doing that if she was aiming for the wheels of your
exactly.
bike.
And it's probably been successful before.
Oh, yeah.
That's the level of
Wow.
diabolicalness that a fucking like the Vietnamese could have used against the Americans.
Yeah.
She would have been well served to be making like trap doors with spikes on them.
Yeah,
or
maybe
some
it was
shit.
like elephant shit.
Well, I was
It
going to
probably
say,
was
like, maybe the
elephant
real Lena Dunham sets speed records, like roping calves.
Yeah.
Hit a tire spoke from 38 yards away with a Shih Tzu's poop, which is the least amount. Those bags have no, critical mass to them.
Yeah, the air would catch them and they'd be like just floating
They'd
through the
float
city.
through,
Like,
yeah.
what's the movie with Kevin?
I mean, that would be, it's probably
Kevin
incredibly satisfying for her when that works.
If that had happened to me, I mean,
What
I
do
was
you
on
do?
the
You
I was
throw
on the city
hands?
bike. I would have gone back to her and I would have like bear hugged her with my shit covered body.
Yeah.
That's a good way. I was wondering how you were going to physically attack her without
A bear hug
committing
is the
like
best.
man on woman abuse.
Bear
Yeah.
hug.
Bear hug's good.
Come here.
Yeah, that's good.
That
Dunham.
is good.
I would have turned Lena Dunham. I would have gone Jeff Dunham and shoved my hand up her ass.
Whoa.
I once
See,
Cut
now
that,
you
cut
took it too far.
Cut that.
Now it's too far.
I once bought Lena Dunham a green tea at Starbucks.
Really?
Didn't Lena Dunham have like a massive breakdown at a Starbucks? Was it the Starbucks on 23rd Street? Because there's like she had like a meltdown at a Starbucks on 23rd Street.
Yeah, apparently she's allergic to green tea. And some guy bought her a green tea.
Some
No,
biological
that's what she
terrorist.
asked for. She it was in Brooklyn Heights where she lives.
Very nice.
And I was in
Beautiful.
there and she walked in and I'll tell you what, Lena Dunham, some celebrities will try to disguise themselves, you know?
Oh, she had my name is Lena.
Bro, it was as if she had stepped off the set of Girls in whatever wardrobe dressed her for that day. Because it was like spaghetti string tank top, no bra, all of her tattoos
You hear that, Sass?
out and
No bra.
about.
No bra.
And then like jean shorts that I don't know, and then flip flops, and then her hair done the same way she often does. And she walked right in, and she was behind me in line. And I'll be honest,
Directly
with you,
behind you?
directly behind me in like four person line. And I'll be honest with you, this was probably 2011 or 12, and I actually loved season 1 or 2 of Girls.
I was about to say this. I liked watching Girls
I
too.
loved Girls.
I have no shame. You like Girls too, Owen?
The
Yeah.
writing was amazing. I think I stopped watching towards the later seasons, and I remember watching the finale without having really watched much of it. And I was like, it's kind of fallen off.
I don't know. The first scene of season 4 was a guy eating a girl's ass
Yeah.
standing up in the kitchen.
The girl
Damn.
from what's his name?
Allison Williams.
Brian Williams' daughter. Yeah, and she did really well in Get Out.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Did you see Get Out?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
She's the woman in that. She's the
Yeah.
girl in that.
You want to
Yeah.
see her get her ass
Phenomenal.
ate?
Well, I was just thinking, when you're eating someone's ass in a kitchen, who is that enjoyable for?
Seemed like her. She was euphoric.
I don't think either of the parties are enjoying that.
I think they were.
Why
I
not?
think they were
Why
both
would
having
you
a blast.
say that?
because I don't think getting your ass eaten is.
It was
probably
over
doesn't-
the
It probably
sink.
doesn't feel that good, and I don't think eating someone's ass feels good either. It just tastes like
You
shit.
sweet summer child. We got to get someone to eat his ass.
I
We
just
need to
don't
get someone to
see-
eat Sass's ass.
You
just don't.
cherubic bulb.
No
We-
life
Yet to
experience.
blossom.
Yeah, we need to have someone eat.
Zero life experience.
You have miles to go, my friend.
Someone
Miles to
needs
go
to
before
eat
you
Sass's
sleep.
ass.
It just seems like the kind of act that like you wouldn't be like, I gotta eat your fucking ass right now.
She's like sweating over a kitchen. There's like a stainless steel
Yeah.
fucking.
Were they working?
What do you mean?
Were they working in a kitchen?
No,
It was their
dude.
home.
Oh,
It's a home kitchen.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes it much better.
You thought it was the
like,
bear?
I thought it was like the bear, and they were like, I gotta fuck you right now. Let me eat your ass. Like that was the first move they came
Left
up with
hand
in
in
like
the
a
fryer.
hurry. Yeah. Like it was like the Mile High Club, but they were just eating ass in the bathroom.
No, it's a finished, renovated kitchen.
Okay, that makes
Well,
more
in Brooklyn,
sense.
so it was like finished in like the 60s or something.
Yeah,
like
there's
that,
a
but it has
wall unit for the AC. It's not central air.
It's not central, but it's still. I think that's by design. They probably
Right.
could have afforded a nicer apartment.
Dude,
That's crazy
my-
that's my memorable of all the scenes of all of Girls. That's
I
the one
remember that
sticks.
scene too.
Sounds memorable to me.
That was a good scene.
It's not something you should typically see in like a TV show.
No, and his face is buried between the cheeks.
I think she has her hand shoving his face.
Pushing it closer?
Yeah.
That's a wild
She's
move.
suffocating
That's
him.
crazy.
Like when you kill your grandmother with a pillow.
That's like the cool guy getting head move. Just
yeah.
be like, that's why I didn't know girls did that when you were eating their ass.
Sweet summer child.
That's probably how you end up with styes. Is when you're eating the ass so good that someone grabs your head and shoves it into your asshole.
Well, I'm not rubbing my eye against the rectum.
You're still
Then
within
if
proximity.
That is like
true.
a periscope. You're trying
Then-
to see
yeah.
through her mouth.
Then, if that's true, and you're eating it from the back, you're really going
Opposed to
after
what?
the front of the vagina.
Have you ever eaten ass from the front?
You can eat ass from the front.
How? It's on the
You
back.
just push their legs a little farther up, like
They
you're
would have
changing the
to
diaper
be-
of a toddler.
Yeah.
That's
Best way to do it is
crazy.
like Spider-Man and drop down from the ceiling and eat ass.
Yeah, true.
Oh, 69, but you're on top.
No, you're dangling from a single web because you've been bitten by a bionic spider, and you fucking go upside down, and you're just eating ass like fucking.
Understandable.
You can eat it from the front, though.
Very interesting.
And for
Understandable.
your
That's curious.
first time, I might suggest you
From the
eat it
front?
from the front.
Okay.
It's
keep
it's
that in
only
mind.
just south. It is to the vagina what Baja is to California.
Mm.
It's only just south of the border.
Yeah, no, I know that.
You
You've
know where an
probably
asshole
been
is.
closer than you'd think.
No, I know where the asshole lies.
It's like Tijuana. You were just in San
It is
Diego.
Tijuana. Yeah.
It's closer than you think.
And you can buy prescription drugs down there without a prescription.
Mm.
Oh, really?
At the ass.
Anything
Yeah.
goes.
I got his ears perked up.
Sash,
Like
we
our
need to get
junkie
you.
friend?
We need to get your ass
Our
eaten.
junkie boy.
Do we think
Junkie
it's
boy.
better for him to eat the ass or to have his ass eaten first?
I would not.
I
put
want my
anyone
boy
through
Sass.
that.
I want my boy Sass to get his ass eaten.
I would not.
too.
I wouldn't put anyone through that.
I need a picket line.
My ass is disgusting.
What if it just happens and it's not up to you? Because some people
disgusting
like that.
place.
What if they just do it?
Dude, the world's #1 ass eater would look at my ass and go, "Not for me."
Joey Chestnut of
yeah,
ass eating.
yeah, they'd say that's not my.
He's
I
like
can't
putting
do
his
that.
bib on and just his face gets
I think
white.
you'd be surprised at
You
how
know, I've seen a lot, but that's disgusting.
No, you'd be there. You've got some jungle hardened Marine Corps vets who have been through some thick bush. That's
Yeah.
some mean bush out
Chris
there.
Kyle of ass eating.
Yeah,
Boys who can just eat an ass from 2,000 feet away.
the guy with the scars from Avatar,
Yes.
who, the general.
Yeah, that guy.
If he saw you, he'd have no problem.
Get
I
on your
don't know,
face,
man.
soldier.
Yeah.
My ass is not a good place to even think about, to be honest.
Well, let's get off this because it's weird. Where were we before it?
I don't even remember.
There was
we're talking
something I
about
wanted-
girls and Lena Dunham.
Season
Oh,
1
yeah.
of Girls. Very nice show.
Well, she's right behind me, and I did something cool, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I went up and said to the barista of the Starbucks, I said, I'm going to have an iced oat milk latte with an extra shot of espresso
That is very cool.
and whatever she wants.
Ooh,
That was the first acknowledgement I had of Lena.
That's step
And
one.
she goes, "What? Oh," and I go, "I'm a fan." And she goes, "Oh my God, that's so nice. And it's my birthday." And I was like, "Oh my God, happy birthday." And then the barista was like, "I'm also a fan." And I was like, "Not now, cunt.
"Yeah,
This is
shut
my
up,
time to
bitch."
shine. You should have said something then.
Yeah,
Johnny
Yeah.
come
Why
lately.
didn't you buy her the drink?
Why am I paying for any of it? Why not comp at all? It's her birthday."
It's because the corporate overlords at Starbucks would fucking have you killed.
Yeah.
True.
And then the three of us turned and saw two black customers and we told them to get out. Because
Don't
that's
people
what you do at
hate her?
Starbucks.
I get it. Especially around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barstool Sports
Yeah, we're
Oh,
not fans.
really?
started that fucking.
But I'm not afraid to deviate from the company line.
No.
I liked those early seasons of Girls.
Oh, there's a whole category under Barstool Sports.
Of Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham
We've written much
dash
of her.
blogs and videos.
It's like Chicago, New York,
There's a whole-
Lena Dunham.
There's a whole separate branch of the website for Lena Dunham.
It is.
It's sponsored by Got Milk. Because I think I don't know if we were
Kevin.
We said that her Kevin said that her
Kevin was
body
the
was
lead.
like a bag of
yeah,
milk.
he was the lead bag of milk proprietor.
Yeah.
That was a great time in the internet. Guys like us had to go into the shadows and be ashamed that we like girls.
Yeah, I could only tell her in the depths of a seedy Starbucks.
She probably fucking loved it. She probably thought that you were hitting on her.
I don't know. I don't think I'm her type. She dated that guy Jack, what's his face, for a long
Antonoff?
time. Yeah. I don't look like him.
Who does he date now? He's like Taylor Swift's right hand.
He moved up.
Yeah, he's
in a big way.
crushing it. The dude who was in the band Fun, and then
He seems cool.
he's an incredible producer. But he's Taylor Swift's like producer, basically.
That's
He's
pretty much that's like your last job, right?
Taylor Swift
If
producer.
you do anything for Taylor Swift, it's like your last job.
You get your own PJ.
Where do you go after that?
I mean, I guess you could start your own band or something
you
like
gotta go
that.
independent.
But he was in Fun. I mean, he was like one of the lead
I like
guys
that
of
band,
Fun. But I would disagree. I bet she is I bet you are her type.
Only in the show, in that Adam Driver, that was a tough relationship to buy.
That fucking launched his. I mean, he's bigger than anyone in that show.
I know, but
He was in Girls?
always gonna be big.
He was Dunham's hubby.
He has the accolades of Rob Riggle.
Yes, he
had done
he's
multiple
a vet.
tours as a Marine and came back, and it
Him,
was like
Rob Riggle, Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan was in the military?
Navy.
Come on, what the fuck, bro?
Really?
Come on now.
You don't know the first couple? You don't know the first couple story?
Catch up.
Was he really?
We walk in the footsteps of giants in this very studio.
Zach Bryan was in the military.
Yeah, he probably has been.
He was in the Navy. His whole family was.
That's
true.
That's true.
Shane. Who else? There has to be some other famed military. But yeah, I mean, he has the body of a guy who's been through basic.
Oh yeah,
He's
he
pretty
was in
ripped.
the Navy.
Dude,
We just said that.
I had to confirm. Didn't know if you guys
He
were
never
fucking with me.
believes anything.
Well, because Roan used to do this, where then I'd be like, "Wow, that's crazy." Zach Bryan was in the military, and then it would be on the Barstool main page, and everybody would be like, "Look at this fucking dumbass." Really
No, I
thought
would be
Zach
like,
Bryan
Deion
was in the
Sanders was a
military.
great hockey player. You'd be like, no way.
Because I would be going along with it, and then everyone would be like, "Sass is so fucking stupid."
I would say
Like,
something
but I
common
don't have
wrong.
the wit that he does. I can't pull that off. So if I say it, then you.
It's
should
not that
assume
witty
it's
to
true.
say Deion Sanders played hockey.
It's pretty witty. That's pretty.
He
witty.
never said that. He never said Deion Sanders played hockey.
But you can pull up the clip. I was
You
like,
believed that?
No, I never believed any
There
of
have
them.
been like six black people who have ever put
He said
skates on.
Wayne Gretzky played basketball or something, and he was like, "Yeah, he scored the most touchdowns." And I was like, "Oh, that's funny." Like, I'm not fucking retarded. I knew what you were saying. And then everyone's like, "Wow, that's crazy that Sass didn't know that Wayne Gretzky was a hockey player and not a fucking lacrosse player."
because you never
I
played
was like, "I
hockey.
knew that. I knew that. Of course, I knew that.
Okay, Jim Brown.
I met Gretzky in Lake Placid."
Jim Brown is one of the best lacrosse players of all time.
Okay,
True or false?
Jim Brown. I don't know who Jim Brown is.
Oh, come on.
So there, you got your fucking clip. Post it, clip it.
You don't know who Jim Brown is?
No, I don't know Jim Brown.
He's probably top 5 NFL player of all time.
Great. Not when I was fucking alive, he wasn't.
Top 2 lacrosse player.
When Francis and I were growing up, he was.
Yeah, well, sorry, I'm not fucking 75 years old.
No, that's a joke. He was literally in the 60s. He literally is from the 60s.
He wore those leather helmets that are made out of a watermelon rind. Fucking just put it on over your hat like you're gonna fly one of those old planes.
Yeah, I'd love to see those guys' brains bisected.
Yeah.
The guys who are wearing leather helmets playing football in the 60s and also like working a side job as in like a factory or something like that.
Dude, I'm watching fucking this Netflix doc on Six Nations Rugby. It's in the vein of, all these great sports docs on Netflix. I don't understand rugby.
The way they play it or how
Any of them are alive at all.
Because they don't wear any pads.
They don't wear any pads and they are spearing each other out of midair. And they're huge.
They're all built like construction workers.
Not even construction workers. They're like bodybuilders.
They're
Their
built
bodies
like
are
bouncers.
Yeah, their bodies are pretty fucking awesome.
Their
to be honest.
shoulders just go straight to their ears.
Yeah, and their
There's
legs.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, they probably just don't play for long. It's more of a.
I bet they do.
There is an argument. There is an argument in the rugby world
that it's safer.
The fact they don't wear helmets means that they're more careful about their heads. Which again, I don't understand. You just can't get it right all the time. They're moving full speed and they're driving into each other. I don't get how they're not dead.
They must not be like running backs where they're like lowering their head into a pile of 600-pound men.
I guess.
And I think that once you put on a helmet, your head turns into a weapon.
Yeah, that's what.
I can tell
that's like
you
running backs do that on purpose.
That ever since I got my bike helmet, city biking, I have become a far more reckless cyclist through the city streets.
Yes, because it's a weapon.
I just think I can take a hit.
Yeah.
From a truck, and I know that's not true.
The way they build these helmets these days,
they're pretty good, pretty sturdy. Not that helmet that you use. That thing would explode the second you hit a car.
That's the old leather helmet equivalent for biking.
Yeah, you have like your helmet is like an eggshell.
Mm-hmm.
But they say that helmets are actually supposed to, or that's not what they say at all. No one's ever said that. But
they're supposed to crumple in a little bit?
Yeah. Cars they're built to crash.
Yes.
Probably not into humans, though.
The fronts of them are supposed to absorb impact, so it takes the impact instead of the car being so rigid that you get thrown through the front. That's people's problems with Elon Musk.
The Tesla, the
Cybertruck. Everyone's saying, how bad is this? Is so bad. And it's like, well, yeah, for everyone else.
Yeah, we were talking about that, yeah.
Just buy one.
You just have one.
Just get yourself one and then be
let them eat
that
cake.
guy.
If you got in like a bumper-to-bumper accident with a Cybertruck, your car would explode.
Yeah, totally.
It would be totaled if you were going like 5 miles per hour.
Another car.
Yeah.
The Cybertruck wouldn't have a scratch on it.
No.
Rogan shot an arrow at it.
Of course.
Who shot it? Did Sneeko or someone shot it?
I think Rome or Francis, was it Sneeko or was it I Show Speed that shot it?
When you guys start saying these names, I shut down. I fundamentally go somewhere else. The whole first 10 minutes of the podcast today, I thought about Jamaica.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with the trades. Free agency frenzy is out of control right now.
Who did the Patriots get?
No one.
Yeah, they're trying to get Calvin Ridley, and he's like, I don't want to go there.
He doesn't want to go there at all. But I think they're going to get T. Higgins.
No, they're not.
Fingers crossed.
They're
Do you
definitely
think
not.
the Patriots are about to go through a slump?
Yes.
The likes of which we haven't seen since
I
Cleveland?
think, yes, they're going to be at the top of the
Detroit.
draft a lot.
I don't think they're going to be a good team for the next 10 years.
Well, I guess that's penance. You know, it's the universe sort of.
Are you happy to make
reverting
that
to the
trade,
mean.
or would you trade like some of the Super Bowls to be like in the mix over the next 10 years?
Me, personally, I would trade the Super Bowls just because I was so young that I barely remember the Super Bowls.
Yeah,
I was 1 year old when the first 3 Super Bowls
You don't
happened.
get to claim it.
Yeah.
You were 1 year old for 3 Super Bowls?
Well, it was the first one was 2002, right? So I was 1, 2, and 3 for the first 3 Super Bowls.
No, it was 1, 2, and 4 because they skipped a year, right?
They didn't get 3 in a row because if
Yeah,
Mahomes
3 out
gets
of
it, that
4.
would be his first 3-peat.
Yeah, and I don't really like what Mahomes like redid his contract. So now their cap is they have more cap space, and now they're gonna get a bunch of good players.
You know who used to do that? Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Well, yeah, everyone's trying to fucking copy.
Well, why
the
don't you like
Patriots.
that?
Because I think they should have banned it after Brady left the league. And contract is a contract. You can't get to renegotiate it. And Joe Burrow is doing the same thing. They're saying that the Bengals are going to get Justin Jefferson.
No, they're not. Who the fuck is saying that?
Everyone.
What are you talking about? He just signed a huge contract.
And he's leaving. He wanted to play with Kirk Cousins, and now Kirk Cousins is gone.
I don't believe that's true.
Bro, I don't think you're keeping up to date.
You're talking out of your asshole.
Have you not been keeping up with the frenzy?
You need your asshole ate, bro.
Have you not seen any of these rumors?
I mean, all I
That
remember
JJ's
is
going to
that
the Bengals?
when we recorded the other day, you had no idea about anything that was going on.
I know. Then I downloaded the ESPN app because I had to keep up. There's too much to keep up with.
I got Pat McAfee texting me on the low.
Really?
Yeah.
What's he saying?
He's like, dude, this is what's happening next.
Can you get him on the podcast?
Calvin Ridley is going to the Patriots.
That would be huge. We would love that.
Holy shit. Jefferson to Cincy's in motion.
Really?
They said the guy's joking when he said that. Tyler Eifert was not being serious.
Sass caught flat-footed again.
No,
Even
first of all,
he's
you
got
can't
new
say that when
shoes.
it's not been confirmed. You can't just be saying that I was wrong.
Vikings reportedly turned down a Bengals trade offer of 2 first-round picks and T. Higgins for Justin Jefferson.
That's honestly pretty crazy.
That is a big trade package, to be honest with you.
Yeah, why would they turn that down? Because Justin Jefferson's that good.
He's goated.
If he can stay healthy.
He's freaking goated.
But T. Higgins can't stay healthy either, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
And that's talking ball.
I'd rather have Calvin Ridley than T. Higgins. T. Higgins just doesn't say he's hurt every game. It's like Deebo Samuel, made of glass.
Calvin really got suspended for a year for gambling.
That's awesome. That makes me like him more.
These gambling suspensions are crazy.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's so crazy to me.
I think you should be able to bet on yourself in your game, and I think you should be able to bet on any game that you're not playing in.
Right. You'd almost think.
What about betting on your team?
Yeah, I think you should be able to bet on your team as well.
What about the days when you don't? What about the times you don't bet on your team? Then wouldn't that be kind of betting against your own team if you have been betting on your team?
No, that's just responsible gambling.
There is something a little risky, I guess, about if you could do a player prop where you were watching your buddy in the training room coming off of an injury, and the book thinks that he's still gimpy, but you've seen him in practice all week, and you know the ball is going to that guy a lot as per the game plan. You might say, I'm gonna hammer like over 16 carries.
I guess that is like insider trading.
That's insider trading, yeah.
But okay, so then why not let them gamble on any game that they're not playing in? Is it too hard to regulate?
Yeah, or
keep track
sport.
of?
Is it illegal for them to gamble on anything?
No, I think they can gamble on other sports.
On other sports?
Because
LeBron
LeBron always is gambling.
LeBron
on
is a DraftKings. He's our coworker.
Yeah,
with DraftKings.
I see.
He's always posting his picks.
That's cool. I want to.
He's probably the one who ruined this room.
True.
LeBron's big on wine. I want to get his ear on some wine.
Well, we should have him on the podcast.
Let's do it.
We've been talking about how we need guests.
We do need guests.
Yeah, but you don't like wine. You'd have
But I
nothing
like
to talk
LeBron.
about. No, LeBron would be here talking about wine, and you'd be like, "What's a Chablis?
I would get into wine if LeBron was coming
What
on.
is a Sauvignon Blanc?"
I would love to just
Dumbass.
get in LeBron's ear for an hour.
Yeah, right, bro.
Same.
He would come in and be like, I've been watching your podcast. I've been watching your stand-up since 2019.
Yeah.
What's the best way for us to get LeBron? Is it through
Roan.
It's probably
obviously
Roan.
through Roan.
Yeah, the culture.
But
loves
Roan refuses to share his guests with us.
No,
he only
I
gives them to Pat
Listen,
Bev.
you get ostracized from the culture very quickly if you start to abuse it for personal gain.
Yeah.
I have.
I'm a guest in the
definitely
culture.
Overstepped.
I come into the culture and I fucking wipe
I
my
am the
feet and
culture, bro.
I take my shoes off. And that's how you get fucking
I am the culture.
ostracized.
Tell LeBron, say Sass wants you, and he'll be like, I'm flying out tonight.
No, I come into the culture and I fucking hang my coat up and I fucking sit down and I fucking listen.
I got like cred in the culture. They
How?
go, oh shit, you're the guy that turned down Pat Bev. And I say, yeah, not too many of us.
In
How
high
many of
school,
us?
I was mistaken for a black guy on AOL Instant Messenger by
I was
this
about to say.
really cute girl
Yeah?
who was older than I am.
What kind of words were you using?
No, well, I wasn't using any. There was another guy named Francis who went to a rival high school and was like a star soccer player, and he was a black guy. And she thought she was talking to him.
Francis Nagano.
Yeah. And was like, let's, kind of like flirting with me. And I was like, what's happening? I was a freshman. And then later I was told by a buddy who knew her that she thought I was 3 years older and black. And that was the end of our correspondence.
It probably turned you into a beast, though. You were probably in the gym fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
fighting through the demons.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, you had to go fucking.
there's only so much you can do. I definitely did start hanging bricks from the tip of my penis.
Fuck yeah.
Similar to how Rachmaninoff tried to lengthen his hand span so that he could reach 12ths on the piano and only ended up crippling his hand.
But you and I knew that already.
Maybe it
Sass,
wasn't
of course.
Rachmaninoff. Someone did that.
Of course.
Chopin?
Vince Carter's mom used to put, I think, quarters on top of the doors. That's how he became a great leaper,
Ah.
on top of door frames.
I don't get it. Why?
So he would jump up and get the quarter.
Pick the quarters off.
I bet he was probably just already a good jumper.
Yeah, I'm sure. Reaching the top of a door frame isn't really like
Well, he was probably
professional
tiny
athlete.
when they did that, but
Sure, he was probably just a little guy. Alrighty, everybody. Let's talk about The Gentleman. They say a gentleman always keeps his word, but I can't repeat any of the words that the weed-dealing, gambling, murdering aristocrats say in The Gentleman.
you couldn't even say aristocrats, much less any of the words that he says.
Exactly.
It's tough words over The Gentleman, but it's not a tough watch, I'll tell you that much.
No,
Easy
and
on the
it
eyes.
is Guy Ritchie's first TV show ever, only on Netflix. Look, if you know anything about me, you know I'm a very big
You're a
Guy
Ritchie,
Ritchie
you're a
fan.
guy.
I'm a
Or
guy's
like
guy.
a guy's guy.
Exactly.
Heck
I love
yes.
Guy Ritchie. I love all of his work. That movie that he did with Gyllenhaal, phenomenal. Probably not as good as The Gentleman, though.
Oh, no.
The
Theo
Gentleman.
James puts Jake Gyllenhaal under the table.
It's based on his award-winning film. The Gentleman series stars Theo James and a whole new cast of criminal lords and ladies slumming it in Britain's criminal underworld. Guns out and pinkies up. Watch what
Very
happens
nice.
next when you try and play gangsters at their own game. Don't miss The Gentleman, now playing only on Netflix. Putting mustard on my jacket.
You put a smut on your name,
Yeah.
on your good Jewish name.
Clip it. Sass was stupid again. Sass made a dummy.
I was walking the dog at like 10 o'clock last night, and I saw
Night owl.
Huh?
Night owl.
You already know. Good Wayne. There was a.
Are you a night owl or a morning or an early bird?
Early worm?
Early worm.
No, I guess
Early worm gets the
worm.
bird.
Early bird is right. You had it right. I'm sorry.
All good.
Clip this.
Clip it. Francis was
We are
dumb.
fools.
Get this on Viva La Stool. Stat.
Viva.
Drag us
Boy,
through the mud.
That account really does fuck my ass.
Oh, it's all they want to do is
fucks
just.
my ass.
How can we make the people that work here look as dumb as we possibly can? Like, why
Yeah.
can't they just make us look good?
That's not their
God
purpose.
damn it.
That's not their purpose in this world.
This dude, everyone's so goddamn negative, and it's like, how can I like? Why do
Well,
we have
that's
to,
the fucking New York office
Everyone's
for you.
just got to shit on each other all the time.
That's the fucking New York office, bro. No one fucking works and just shits.
Why can't Ohio State just show up to work on time and just be at work? Why do you got to be like, I'm the earliest in, I'm the greatest of all time,
Because he's the greatest of all
I'm
time,
the best
bro.
to ever do it?
Show some fucking respect. Tate, you know what to do.
Tate, drag me,
Takedown. Ohio
bring me through the
takedown.
mud.
Anyway, I'm walking the dog at 10 o'clock last night.
A
and-
dog or your dog?
Random dog.
Dumbass.
Fuck Ohio State, you know what to do.
Get him. Release the beast.
There's 15 Hasidic kids whooping it up, smoking weed.
Come on.
Smoking weed.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Hasidic bros.
I like that.
Why is it a good thing?
Because
I don't
it's
disagree,
a
but I just wanna-
notoriously repressive culture.
Yes.
It's one that, is very conservative. And I think that notorious, I would say that, like, whatever, you get the idea.
Yeah, they're
No, I don't. Go on.
Any culture that's very strict like that religiously, it's always the youth that tends to like progress it forward.
right. This is kind of the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I thought Kush was allowed though in most religions.
No, for them it's kutch.
Push.
Kush.
I thought it was allowed though. Like I think
Yeah.
the Catholics are allowed to smoke the
I
good
think
earth.
being Catholic is pretty different from being a Hasidic Jewish person.
And maybe it's not even disallowed,
Couldn't-
but it's definitely.
Sass, you would know.
I'd
I'm
be
both,
surprised.
so it's tough for me to decide.
You're a Hasidic, but also
I'm a Hasidic,
a good
but also
Catholic
a
boy.
newborn Catholic.
We had I'm sorry, Ron. I know you want to get back to this,
No, there's nothing.
All
There's
good.
nothing further.
but
All
in the
good.
spirit of hairball, quick aside.
Touch on it.
That's going to delay the denouement of your story.
There's no denouement.
Sass and I had two Orthodox. I get Orthodox and Hasidic confused, so forgive
The
my
ones with the hats.
naivete.
The
Hats
big
and
hats,
earlocks.
not the small hats.
We had two on our flight, but they were like the most glamorous Hasidic Jews I've
Those
ever
boys
seen.
travel, and
They
they'll have the
travel
box
well.
for the
The
hat.
That's what
box
we
for
were
the
gonna
hat,
get to.
but they were like Louis Vuitton hat boxes.
They're beautiful
And
boxes.
they were
box.
the wife was wearing, they were still adhering to all the sort of, clothing requirements of their culture, but they had gotten like an Hermes. They were like Hermes stockings, or it was the most.
Yes, sir.
I'd never seen that before. I didn't know you could, you could still check the boxes of everything that's required, but do it, in Saks, Fifth Avenue or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the popes who had like Louis
Yeah.
slippers and shit like
And
that.
it was crazy too, because I fundamentally noticed, I was like, this is easily the most sexy Hasidic couple I've ever seen.
As a couple.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They were both glammed up.
There's like Hasidic TikTok influencers who will like break down the ins and outs, but they're like a hot couple.
Right.
They're like a hot Hasidic couple.
What was that show? Did you watch that show about the girl who breaks out of Hasidic culture?
Yes, it was a Jack Krakauer show. It was called the Heaven something.
Heaven Can
You're
Wait?
actually right. It is
Yeah.
Heaven something. Right?
Yeah, and it wasn't about Hasidic Jews. It was about Mormons.
There's one about a girl that breaks out of the Hasidic world.
This one was about Mormons. Maybe we're talking about two different shows.
All right. Anyway, Roan, the end of your story, please.
There was no end of the story. These boys were just getting fucking
they were just
fried. They were just getting fried underneath the bridge. I thought it was very.
Like that.
I mean it was just interesting to me. It was just like you said, the breaking of the culture. But I've seen like sometimes the Hasidic boys will be bad boy. Like I've
They're
seen them
troublemakers for
on the
sure.
Sabbath riding electric bikes over the bridge into the city.
Mm.
I mean, the electric bikes alone.
Yeah.
Are haram.
It
No,
sounds
I think
like
you're mixing up religions again.
Haram definitely isn't the word, but I don't think they could use electric bikes on
No, that's fucking what's it called?
Amish.
Yeah.
no. There's something about not using electricity.
For Jews?
Yes,
Bruh.
I think is it on Passover?
I don't know.
There is a
I don't know
high
why you guys are all
holiday
asking
where
me.
there's
I'm
like-
'Cause you're
fucking-
part
I'm not a
Jewish.
Hasidic Jew.
You're part Jewish, though.
I don't know anything about it.
Baruch atah Adonai, my boy.
It's Under the Banner of Heaven is the show that I was referring
Krakauer
to.
did write that book.
Yes.
That's where you got that.
He
John
wrote the show
Krakauer.
too.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
What did I say? Jack?
Yeah.
But we're more on personal terms.
You were
guys go
mixing
by
up Jack Kerouac,
and
Jack
John
Bauer,
Krakauer.
and John Krakauer.
Definitely John Bauer was not in the mix there.
Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer was.
Jack Bauer wasn't.
You said Jack Krakauer.
Yeah.
There's Jack and Bauer is well in that.
But I don't even know John Krakauer or John Bauer. I know Jack. I know Jack Kerouac and I know John Krakauer.
You don't know Jack Bauer?
No.
24?
No, I know
Kiefer
Jack Bauer
Sutherland?
from Always Sunny. That's Dennis's cat. God,
And he was named after,
God damn it, Jack Bauer. You
Yep.
really are phenomenal.
but that was named after the character Jack Bauer from 24.
Yeah. You'd like 24.
I got to check it out.
You'd love it. You'd also love Prison Break.
I've seen it.
Yeah. Then
They were
you'd
on
really
at like the same time.
You'd really like 24.
Prison
should
Break
watch
was something else.
You would like Alias. You'd have the hots for Jennifer Gardner if I had to guess.
You guessed correctly.
24 has a role from the girl from Always Sunny who is always like,
Oh, yeah, the cousin.
yeah, she's
Gail
in
the
it.
Snail.
She's a stand-up.
Yeah.
Can't remember. her name.
Gail the Snail. I skipped the episodes that she's in
Well, it's
because that noise
disgusts
disgusts me.
you?
And it annoys me. It sucks that she is in some very funny episodes.
How would you know?
Thanksgiving one.
She's in the Thanksgiving one, and she's in the
Yeah.
one where Frank goes. They have an intervention for him
How would you know?
because he shows up to the funeral drunk off of he's drinking wine out of a Diet Coke can.
That's so damn respectable.
Brother, I would prefer you don't do that.
Prefer is such a soft term.
Why would you bring peanut M&Ms to tempt me? Why would you do that? Was
Well,
that for
to
me?
be fully honest, I brought them because I was going to bring them home and have them as a little late night snack tonight, or perhaps bring them out on the water with me in the morning while I go angling.
You're angling?
I'm gonna angle tomorrow.
What are you hoping to catch?
Hopefully, just some big browns
I had
or
a
some petite rainbows.
I had a bass last night that would have fucking knocked your socks off.
Yeah,
Oh my-
bass, rats of the sea.
How dare you? That's not even close to true.
If it's not trout, I will not be eating it.
Really?
Now, bass is delicious.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking about? You
Love
only
a
like
bass.
pink fish?
I don't even know if I've only ever had brown trout.
Trout is very good.
Why are you shaking those M&Ms in front of me like I'm a dog?
Here, boy.
You fool.
Here, boy.
I have to start working out today, actually.
Well, why did you get these? I'm going to pour
as a
these down
little
the drain.
As a little afternoon snack
These are going to...
after I go on my run.
This is going to completely wipe out any progress of a run.
I found out, no, it's not. I'm not going on the run to lose weight. I'm going on the run to condition myself for this hike that I have to do in the summer. 19 miles.
The
Have
fuck
you been
are
a bad child?
No, we're going on
Are
a...
your parents sending to you one of those corrective camps?
Are you going
No.
to get it scared straight?
No, you've got it all wrong. Believe it or not, I'm going on a me and my friends are going on a classic catch and cook in Wyoming.
Jackson?
I really like the tone we found all of a sudden.
Oh,
This
no,
is
no.
a good space that we're in right now.
Yeah, this is Francis's wheelhouse.
I don't want to puncture this. Keep going.
We're going on a catch and cook in Wyoming, and we're out in the deep woods of northern Wyoming.
Ah,
This should be spectacular.
Sublime.
What's a
Should be
catch and
sublime.
cook? So you just catch and cook it?
We go out there. All we have is our rods, and we have to survive for a week. No,
Oh.
we'll bring in food.
Okay.
We'll bring like Uncrustables and shit.
You bring your own trout.
Emergency
Yeah.
reserves. But is the idea that you will primarily survive on whatever you catch?
On fish, yeah.
Bro, I've seen you fish. This is a bad idea.
Well, he
Dude.
wants to lose weight, right?
You don't have the skill. Well, he's just going to eat a 400 Uncrustables and come back fatter than he was.
That's true. That is an option. That is a
He's the
that
only
is-
man to face a dietary wilderness challenge and gain weight.
This
That's definitely not out
Holocaust
the-
of Nature Valley bars.
There is a chance that happens, but the guys that I'm going with are really good. So also
good.
we're dry fly fishing because it's going to be July in Wyoming, which is like you throw a fucking cigarette butt on a hook out there and you're going to get a bite.
Sure.
So it's going to be a lot easier than what we did, where we were up to our shoulders in water in negative 30 degrees,
Right.
where the fish bite once an hour.
What's the catch and release? I mean, are you going to have to measure the length of the fish in Wyoming? Is there strict regulation
There, where we're going, it won't be strict.
Especially if you're going to eat them. Like, who's checking?
there is still limits.
But if you just eat it, like, okay.
But I'm sure in Wyoming, it's much less strict. Like where I go in New Jersey, it's catch and release only.
Right, of course, yeah.
But in Wyoming, I think I looked it up. I think it was like 6 to 10 trout a day per person.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's also the problem is when you go out to like places like that, it's all native trout, so
Dude.
they're small.
Native trout.
Who was I talking to recently about how they had gone dove hunting in Argentina? And guess how many dove they shot in like a 3-day trip?
A lot.
300.
Like 3,000.
Whoa, that's just
Doves?
a fucking massacre.
Doves.
What the
Each
fuck?
of them.
That was 9/11 was 3,000.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
like
you
a full-on
can-
tragedy.
You can. You just. I mean, they're just. It's a black sky, and you can shoot anywhere, and they fall.
What?
And
What?
Are people eating them?
no, I don't think you eat them.
So you just kill them for the fuck of it.
I guess.
Is there a dove infestation in? Is it Argentina?
Yeah,
There must be an
Argentina.
infestation. That's
I
what
don't
they
think
do
it's.
with.
It didn't even sound fun.
They do that with pike. In certain places, pike is like an invasive species, and people will just
Yes.
kill them.
Right.
Like you
And
just catch
boar.
them and kill them.
Boar. That whole boar hunting thing
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
helicopter with an AR-15.
But like boar they'll become feral and they'll like kill animals and run through crops. What the
Yeah.
fuck are the doves doing? They're like
Doves can't be doing much.
they're a symbol for peace.
They are. Yes.
That's like the
romance.
most barbaric.
Give me one.
Don't you want
Stop
them?
mid-sentence to do it.
Don't you want some?
Not anymore. No, I did.
Symbolically,
And then
killing
you
a
started
dove has to be
shaking them
like
in front of my face.
that's like an affront to the gods. Killing a dove.
They're peace birds. What are they?
I wonder if they carry disease. I wonder if they carry disease like rats.
That's the best. I knew you'd be the best at it.
Maybe they carry the
This
bird
was the
flu,
worst.
perhaps.
No, you're a fool for thinking that. Doves and pigeons must be related.
They must.
Yeah.
Francis,
No, thank you.
just take a couple.
I shan't.
Francis
Sure.
knows abstention. He gave up taking
4
hand
oranges,
candy.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
I shall pass.
Jesus Christ!
You
What are
should
we,
have
where are we
one
in
or two.
Valencia? These fucking oranges.
So what's going on? You got to go to fucking Milwaukee now to do your favorite podcast.
Don't say that, bro.
Which one do you like more? Ours or that one?
Ours.
Ours or that fucking shit show of a podcast?
I fucking love ours.
I was talking to Dave yesterday. He said he doesn't know if Pat's gonna get re-signed
Really? Portnoy said
to
that?
Barstool or the Bucks.
Fuck. So what?
See,
I mean,
see you on the employment line, brother.
that's just him being a leader, honestly. It's just him being a fucking good ass leader.
I was talking to Dave about getting one of those custom champagne bottles with Pat Bev's name on it, and I'm gonna pop it when his career fails.
Oh man.
Except I guess it's pretty hard for your career to fail when you've been in the NBA for like 10 years.
I had a dream last night that Pat Bev came with me to a rap battle and someone slapped him. Slapped the sunglasses off of his face. We had to get in a massive brawl.
Would you get in a brawl if someone slapped the sunglasses off of my face?
What?
Absolutely not.
100% I would.
You'd like say you'd be like, save this. We're gonna talk about it on the podcast.
This is good. This is
Yeah,
good.
say and then you. And then
Wait, let me take a picture of his handprint.
And then
Also-
you would go do if Pat Bev, someone slapped Pat Bev, you'd be fucking.
There's also no way anyone could ever slap the sunglasses off your face because there's a good chance that there's going to be croquis on the back.
Yeah.
Floating
Those things are.
croquis.
I don't fucking wear croquis. You definitely wear
Those
Those
things-
are going to be polarized glint or reducing so that you can see the trout through the river.
They
That's
would.
just
sunglasses.
polarized.
They would ring around his head like a horseshoe on a.
Yeah. You bought them inside a rotating glass tower at like an REI.
Yeah. Roan, if you notice that Roan has dreams about defending his other podcast co-host.
Not good for us.
No, not at all.
You don't think I've had a dream about you?
He has dreams about having to like get in the mud and brawl to the death because someone touched Pat Bev.
I had a dream.
And then he comes here and he's like,
I had a dream that me and you were shooting guns.
yeah. And the dream was that you turned and unloaded on me. And you said, finally, I can move to Milwaukee full time.
My dream city of Milwaukee. I had a dream that Francis and I were at a playhouse in the front row.
Really?
But we were being watched.
How are you remembering all these?
They're not real.
I know they're dreams.
You've been duped.
No, they're dreams.
The dreams aren't real either. He's playing with you.
That's not true.
This will be on Viva La Stool.
I'm playing with you.
I remember so many more of my dreams since I stopped smoking weed. I remember like everything in vivid detail.
I don't
like,
remember dreams. I don't. Yeah, I know I have them now.
I could sit back and like if I sat down with a notebook and like the 5 minutes after I wake up and didn't look at my phone, I could tell you like 5 different detailed dreams that I went to.
Damn.
I used to keep a dream journal. I did.
You didn't have to tell us that, bro.
I was training myself to.
Could have kept that one for the fucking log, bro.
What is it called when you can control
Lucid
your dreams?
dreamings.
I was training myself to lucid dream.
Really?
I've been trying to train myself to wet dream.
How? Yeah. What was,
Fortunately, I keep waking up with a dry bed.
and for lucid dreaming, the way you train yourself is throughout the day. You ask yourself, "Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming?"
No.
And you answer yourself no every time. And then once
Sounds like someone who's never trained themselves to lucid dream.
I 100% have, and it worked.
Did it work?
Yes.
Well, I had a much different technique, and my technique was way better and cooler.
Tell us your technique, and we can be the judge.
Well,
of
I
that.
was going to try and link it to what would the way of training yourself to wet dream be
Am
if
I
there was a
coming?
parallel.
Am I coming?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
and
No.
you couldn't get there because
No,
he
I'm not.
stepped on your punchline.
I did, and I made it better than either of you could possibly
No,
imagine.
you didn't even have a punchline. You just disagreed, and you didn't even know where he was going.
Pat Bev would have riffed on that perfectly.
Here's my impression of Sass in an improv class. No, but no, but
Francis from the top of the road.
right.
No, my technique was I would take my finger and I would put it in my hand
Throughout the day?
throughout the day, once an hour, usually whenever I remembered, which would be often. And then when you're dreaming, and then you take your hand and you put it through your finger and it goes through to the other side, and then you go, "Oh my fucking god!"
I'm Jesus Christ.
Kate Upton tits, Kate Upton tits, Kate Upton tits.
Am I coming?
Because then you can control your dream and you can do whatever you want.
Hmm.
So the joke there was that I wanted to see Kate Upton's tits.
Oh.
Now, actually, what I did do is I said I'm gonna fly, and then I flew in the. In the dream. I was in the bathroom getting into the shower, and then I went like this, and it went through, and I started flying around my house, and then I woke up, and it was over, and then I never did it again.
Because whenever I would lucid dream, I'd be aware that I was dreaming, and then I'd know waking up is an option, and I'd have to like fight to stay in the dream.
Yeah, because as soon as you realize that, you'd wake up instantly.
So it seems like I have done it.
You have, and I respect your path.
Thank you, King.
Every time I've ever been mildly aware that I was dreaming, I have desperately wanted to wake up.
Why? Because it's negative?
That feeling of paralysis, and it's almost always that there's a bad thing happening in the dream that I want to end. I'm about to be attacked, and I fight and force myself to wake up.
Really?
Are you pretty good at it?
It's hard. It's harder than a workout.
It's like doing a weighted sit-up.
It's
Like,
so, yes, exactly. Like you fight your way out of it, and then you wake up. And there have been times where I was so relieved to wake up that I wouldn't allow myself to go back to sleep for a while. So I'd stand up and get out of bed and walk around. Because I worry if you let yourself fall right back asleep,
You go right back to the
you
dream.
go right back to where you were, and the monster's even closer now.
Have you ever had a good dream where you wake up and you try and get yourself to fall back
Yeah,
asleep?
yeah.
And
When
then
I
you-
was a child, those stopped a long time ago.
And then you wake up and you can't get back in it and you're, fuck.
Let's flip to the next
A
track.
trick that I would use to kind of protect my dreams is to bring the things I didn't want to dream about into my conscience before I fell asleep, so they didn't reside in my subconscious.
Interesting.
So like right before I slept, I'd think about the things I didn't want to dream about, and they would never visit me in my dreams.
Both of you have done so much work on yourselves.
I did that when I was probably 10.
I've taken a lot of this for granted. I've just really assumed that I have no control over my dream.
Oh, you have much control. Plenty.
Do you think there's any relation between the way that you dream when you're sleeping and talking about dreams in terms of life? I dream of doing this.
No.
What do you mean, like manifestation, or
Vision
like
boards and all of that.
I think it's more that like your dreams are all like an allegory for something that's happening in your life. Or often, not all, but I think often it's like, I'm dreaming of this, my teeth falling out because of like I'm lying or something like that. Or
Sleep has now gotten to a point where when I go to bed at night, the only thought I have is, please God, let me sleep through the night. And it's a really sad. I don't look forward to sleeping.
Why?
Because I'm so bad at it now.
What's happened?
I don't know. Stress.
Is it because you're off the cush?
I think that helped.
Getting off?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think that's helped my sleep fundamentally.
Man, I
Do
can't
you?
relate to this at all.
What?
Or did you never have a problem sleeping?
I've never really had a problem sleeping.
Yeah,
It's
fair
more
enough.
from like back pain or having a deviated septum. Those types of physical ailments get in the way, but nothing mental.
I have been considering going back to taping my mouth shut while I sleep.
Oh, don't be one of those fucking freaks.
I did it for a bit. The problem was I kept waking up and forgetting that I had taken this on. So I thought I was being held hostage.
Dude, that shit is crazy.
That's terrifying when you wake up and your mouth is taped shut and you can't remember putting it there.
It's got to be terrifying for your wife.
Well, I thought it was her that had done it.
She
Why are my
wakes
hands
up-
bound too?
She wakes up and she just sees you and you're just, untape me.
I want to do it, but my septum is so badly deviated that I probably would die in my sleep. I should probably get the fucking surgery, honestly.
I had the surgery and everyone else will tell you to do it. And I will tell you not to.
Why?
Really? Why?
Because at least my nose was so broken from that fight I got into with the lobsterman in Maine.
Oh, yes.
That it had healed over the left nostril, and they had to go in and re-break the entire nose. I think the doctor took a fucking shovel to my face.
He just disliked you.
He was like, "We're gonna just start. Let's break it into the smallest bone shards we can.
Turn it into
Start
Kate's back.
fresh." Yeah, we're gonna go from square one on this nose. We're not doing any fine tuning. We're just gonna bang it and then mold it.
A big
That's what they
bang.
did to my arm when I broke it.
When I woke up, I had so much blood in my stomach. They're meant to vacuum a lot of it out, but they hadn't done a very good job. Plus, I'd been under for 7 hours or some shit.
What?
Whoa.
I was really bad.
That was like a brain surgery.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And you're prone, so all the blood drains from your septum down into your stomach, and your body has this natural response whenever you are swallowing lots of blood into your stomach. It's your body's way of letting you know you have internal bleeding or there's something really wrong with your system. So it makes you very nauseous because it wants you to throw up the blood to let you know, hey, you got to fix something.
Yeah.
And they did not vacuum the blood out of my stomach enough. So I had a ton in there. And we left the hospital. They released us because they didn't want us there anymore. And I was
Dude, where was this?
up
Mexico?
Mount Sinai, up on like 97th and Park or whatever. And we went back to my sister's apartment where I was staying. My mom was with me, and we walked in, and I was telling my mom I was really nauseous in the Uber back. We got into there, and I went straight to the bathroom and grabbed this. Oh, man. She had this decorative tin trash waste bucket,
Yeah.
and I grabbed it to throw up in it and brought it to my face so fast that I hit my nose. And I threw up so violently all this blood into it that the packing from my nose surgery just an hour or two before all came out. And when I say that blood was shooting out of my face out of my nose.
Like a fire hose?
This has happened to me twice in my life. One time when I hit my head on the anchor I dove off of and it was shooting out. And then this time now it's coming out of both nostrils. Like pouring dark blood.
Did you have to go back to the hospital?
We called them. We were about to call an ambulance and then we tried to shove the I can't even think about this. Oh my God. It was so horrific that we had to shove plugged tissue back up, and then luckily it sort of staunched it and settled it, and we didn't go back.
Damn.
But my sister walked in just as this had happened, and my sister goes, "How did it go?" And my mom goes, "We're not doing well." And then my sister saw my face. I mean, there's blood all over the floor, through the waist.
How old were you?
25, 6? No, 27. It was 2 months before I started at Barstool.
You're about to join the 27 club out of a fucking
nose
septum surgery.
You would have been probably the first person to die from nose surgery.
That's really bad.
Damn.
That's hilarious.
Did you feel it when they were breaking your nose?
No, I was under.
Oh.
So I should or shouldn't get a surgery?
I would go see how bad yours is and see what they say.
I think it's like an 80% blockage in one of my nostrils.
If they're like, we're gonna have to break your entire nose. This is a disaster.
Well, isn't that what they do though? Anyway,
is this from doing oxy so much?
But I'm curious what Francis's painkiller situation was like after he had that nose surgery.
It was Percocets or Vicodins or one of them.
It's probably at that point. It's
and I needed them. I needed them, but I needed them for 4 days, and then you have a supply for 2 months. So I flushed them
for extra,
and then all the trout in the Hudson became addicts.
Yeah, that they were easier to kill. That's why Sass is able to go up to Wyoming and fucking mow down these fucking poor trouts.
Heroin addict trout.
What do they call? They call those zombie trouts.
Yeah, they're just like, can I get a hit? They're like, look at that bike.
Let me suck your dick for that jewel.
Suck your dick for that cigarette butt dangling.
All right.
Cool.
That was a good episode.
Great.
Thank you guys for listening. We will see you on Monday or Tuesday. Goodbye.